Hey, this is B-Dub, and welcome to a new episode of Clearing Out My Head. As December begins, I look back on a very busy November, and what a November it was. It felt like a blip on the radar because it went so fast. Well, let's look back to a November for the ages. Well, it first started at the beginning of the month, November 1st to be precise. See, November 1st is my wife and I's anniversary. Now, because what we were doing in November, we didn't get a chance to celebrate this year like we usually would. Next, we celebrate Brittany's 9th birthday on the 5th with a last-minute party at our house with her friends. We had pizza and cupcakes, and one of our neighbors let us rent their bouncy house for a couple of hours. It was a huge success. Many of Brittany's friends from the neighborhood came over to play and celebrate with her. She had a fun time, and we were glad she did, even though it wore us out. Well, at least it wore me out. Next, and I mean next, we left for Orlando and Disney the next day and spent a whole week there. I'll have to say that week had its ups and downs. First, we thought going in November would be better than summertime, and it was because it wasn't as hot. But there still was a lot of people there. And we found out after the fact from other people that we had talked to that a good time to go is in January or February. Well, that's good to know for the next time. Another thing, and this was something that we found out rarely happens in November, but while we were down there, Hurricane Nicole hit landfall, which caused us to get very wet and made us miss out on Epcot for one of our days that week. Other than those things, it was a great week. Brittany had a great time. She met a few different characters, saw many attractions at the other three parks, and hopefully left with some lasting memories for the rest of her life. Even though this is the second time she has been to Disney, this is the first time she will remember anything about it. Even though it was just last month, she still talks about it, and I can't wait until we can go back, even if it's just for a weekend trip to a park, which is what my wife and I were talking about doing in the future. Now, once we returned from Florida, we only had a few days to recoup before we were off again on another adventure. This time it was to the Northeast and New Hampshire for my graduation. Now, I was excited about this for a couple reasons. First, I wanted to check out the campus of Southern New Hampshire University. Now, I'd only seen pictures of it since I started there in 2019. But I wanted to check out what the university and the town were all about. I had never been to New Hampshire before, so this was a first. Next, this is a huge accomplishment for me. I was going to receive my master's degree, and I'm one of very few in my family who have done this. At least, that's what I've been told. This is huge for me, so being there to receive it was crucial to me, and having my wife and Brittany there made it just as special. So we celebrated the weekend of the 19th in New Hampshire as I officially graduated with my master's degree from Southern New Hampshire University. Now, the weather there was beautiful, but it was cold. But compared to Columbus, it was actually warm. Once we got back from New Hampshire, it was Thanksgiving week. Now, this year we did Thanksgiving a little differently than we have in previous years. Instead of all of us going to my parents' house for Thanksgiving, we decided to have it at our house this year. Now, my mom still made the turkey, stuffing, and noodles, but the big difference this year is that I served the fried turkey that I usually make, and Tanisha also made mac and cheese, greens, and a few desserts. Let's just say there was plenty of food for the 7 of us. Now, after Thanksgiving, there wasn't anything else that was happening in November, but I did have a wedding that I was DJing at the beginning of December that I had to prep for. I probably shared that I have a mobile DJ service called K-Dub Entertainment that I started with my partner Tommy K in 2013. Yes, the same Tommy K from K-Dub Radio and Therapy for the Mind. What can I say? We make a great team. Anyways, I had to prepare for that wedding, which was going to be in Winchester, Ohio, which is a couple of hours away from me. It went well. It was a long day, partially because of the drive, But other than that, it was great. Everyone seemed to enjoy it, and we even got a tip from it. So I was happy about it. As I move into December and close out 2022, I still have a few things happening this month besides Christmas. First, I have a Christmas party we are DJing for here in a couple weeks, and it's with an organization we have worked with before, so I'm looking forward to doing their party again this year. I still have a couple of coding certifications that I am working towards, and I hope to have them completed here soon. I'm also working on starting another certification bootcamp in 2023, but I'm not sure where I will be doing it from. Ohio State and Southern New Hampshire have programs I can do. I just have to see which is the better option. I still have my goals set for 2023 and I'm ready to break the walls down and accomplish them. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Clearing Out My Head. Don't forget you can listen to Clearing Out My Head on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher. You can check out my podcast page on Anchor at Clearing Out My Head, where you can listen to past episodes, check out my social media links, or leave me a message. But until next time, this is B-Dub. Thanks for listening, and I hope you'll join me next time as I continue with Clearing Out My Head.
That was wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo!